Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lisa. I produce beauty related content here on YouTube. I upload about 2 to 3 times a week, mostly beauty related content. I do sprinkle in some fashion, a little bit of fitness and health here and there. But yeah, I hope you'll stick around and subscribe before you leave. Today's video is going to be a haul video. I went to the makeup show in Dallas last weekend, and I'm going to post a picture. I went with my girlfriend Chelsea lives there. She owns a salon called Peachy Keen Studio in Dallas. She does lashes. Her partner is a hairstylist. And anyway, I was invited to teach a makeup class at her salon last weekend. So I went up on Saturday. The makeup show, which is like a big makeup conference. I think they do it in Dallas, New York, I want to say LA, maybe Miami. I think there's like 4 or 5 cities that they do it across the country. And it's basically where like 70 plus brands come, and it's a big conference, and you just walk around and there's tables and they're selling makeup at like 20 to 50% off. So I went to the makeup show probably 10 or 12 years ago in New York, and I haven't been to one since. So I was really excited that my makeup class at her salon coincided with the makeup show. I drove up on Saturday, and it was such a fun weekend. I got in and I went straight to her salon, and I got my lashes filled there by Bree, who is amazing. If you're in the Dallas area and you're looking for a lash stylist, definitely check them out. And then we went and had lunch, and we had a couple glasses of wine, which is like my favorite thing to do before I shop. I don't know why, it just makes shopping so much more fun. And we went to the makeup show and shopped a little bit. And then we went to Nordstrom at Northpark Mall, and I was looking for a dress for this black tie event that my husband and I are going to in a couple of weeks. And then we stumbled into the new Sephora in Northpark. I didn't realize they were opening a new Sephora, but Chelsea was like, we have to go. They just opened, and it's supposed to be really big. And so we went to Sephora, and I did a little bit of shopping. I actually had to order some stuff because they didn't have it in stock, so I'm still waiting on that stuff to arrive. And then we just hung out and had fun and had dinner at Nordstrom and had more wine, and it was just a really fun girls' weekend. I'm a mom. Chelsea doesn't have children yet. I'm a mom, and so it was just nice to kind of get away and just have some girl time. And then on Sunday, we got up, kind of just had a lounge, relaxed morning, and then we went and got ready for the class at her salon. And the class was from 12 to 2, and we had about 15 people there, so it was a really small, intimate environment. And the way it was set up, I'll post a couple pictures for you guys to see, but we basically set up 3 tables, and everyone sat at a table and had their own mirror, and everyone was encouraged to bring their own makeup. So I had a model that I was doing makeup on. I'll post a picture of her. Actually, this is the girl that did my lashes. Her name's Bree. She's a lash stylist at the salon. So I did her makeup, and we just kind of walked through the steps, and while I was doing her makeup, everyone was at their tables doing their own makeup. And then Chelsea and I were kind of walking around and giving feedback and helping, and it was just a lot of fun. It was such a great weekend. So I thought I would give a little haul video showing you guys what I got last weekend. So this is the makeup show and Sephora. So I actually didn't go crazy at the makeup show. There weren't a lot of huge brands there like I remember there being when I went 10 years ago. The big brands they did have Makeup Forever there, but I get a discount on Makeup Forever anyway because I have a pro membership, so I didn't really stop by that table because that table was really packed with people. So I didn't go by there. I think Anastasia Beverly Hills was there with Friends, which I guess is a company that sells makeup. I wasn't familiar with it. But other than that, there were just kind of a lot of brands that are smaller, kind of more indie brands or kind of up-and-coming brands or brands that are just trying to get off the ground. So I did get a couple products that a subscriber wanted me to get and check out, so I'm going to show you guys that. So this was actually a brand that I hadn't heard of. It is the brand Danessa Myricks, and I posted a video the Friday before I left and asked, if there were anything you guys wanted me to pick up to try, and this was a product that was suggested that I pick up and try, so I did this for you. It's the Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover and the Evolution Powder. So I haven't opened this yet, but I did try this at the booth. The way that they described this to me, I hate to call this a foundation because they told me at the booth, this is not a foundation. It's really just a cream cover product that you can manipulate to make whatever you want. But basically what it is a lot of coverage, full coverage cream product. So it comes in a little package like this. I forget how much I paid for it, but again, whatever I paid for it was discounted off the normal price. I'll have this link down below so you can check it out. But when I squeezed it on my hand at the show, it was like really, really thick and full coverage. Let me pump. But they told me, they were like, you can use it as concealer, you know, leave it as it is and use it as concealer. You can mix it with a beauty oil to dilute it a little bit. You can mix it with a moisturizer. So you can really, the whole purpose of this is to manipulate it to get the desired coverage and consistency that you want. I'll be honest, with what I was playing with at the booth, I was like, this is way too heavy. I probably would not, I say I probably wouldn't. I haven't even tried this yet, so I hate to say something that without even trying it. But from what I saw at the booth, this didn't seem like something that I would wear by itself. I wouldn't just go in like this and apply it all over my face. I would definitely manipulate it with some type of oil or lotion of some sort. So it's a full coverage foundation. I hope this color's right. It looks a little dark. But you can see the consistency is pretty thick. It's not moving at all. It looks like, honestly, to me, like a thick concealer. Like this kind of reminds me of the consistency of the MAC Pro Longwear concealers, the ones that are in the little vials that you pump. To me, this feels exactly like this, or almost like the It Cosmetics concealer. Not as thick in consistency, but when I rub it out, it kind of looks the same way that that does to me. So it's very beautiful, very full coverage, but again, I'm probably gonna try this in a few different ways to see the best application. So I got that. And then I also got the Evolution Powder, which is her loose powder. And they sold this to me at the booth. I mean, I already knew I was going to get it because you guys wanted me to, but she was like, yes, it's pore blurring, it smooths everything out, it's very silky, so it comes in a little package like this. It has like that little bouncy, kind of like the Make It Forever loose powder does, the HD, kind of like a little bouncy mesh there. And it is very silky. Like when I rub it on my hand, I can't rub it on that foundation yet, it's still too sticky, it hasn't set yet. But when I rub it on my hand, it does like kind of minimize the appearance of any lines or any texture that I have in my skin. So it's, I have used this under the eyes. I like it. I mean, I haven't really like analyzed it yet. Analyzed, it's so funny. But I've used it and I've liked it. My first impressions are that I like it. I just haven't really like kept up with it throughout the day to really see how it's wearing. But I will do that. If you guys want me to do a full video on just these two products, let me know and I'm happy to do that for you. Okay, the next product I got I was so excited about. I forget what booth this was at, but it was it Aucoin? It was one of the stores that sells several different brands, and it's the Viseart palettes. They had all the Viseart palettes on sale, so they were selling the big ones, which are like $80. They were selling those for $60, and then they were selling these, which I believe retail for $45. They were selling these for $30. So these are these called the Theory? I feel like they're called the Theory palette. Yeah, the Theory palette. And I got the shade, I think it's Cashmere is the name of it. This is the only one I got. I really contemplated getting other palettes, but the only Viseart palette that I have, I love, and it's the matte one, the neutral matte, and it's all matte shades, and I love them. I was always curious about like the Paris or the Bridal one, but those have a lot of shimmer to them. And when I was swatching them at the booth, I don't know, the shimmer just they didn't seem as great of quality as the matte to me. So I didn't buy them, just because I knew I couldn't return them if I didn't like it, and I would rather just, I don't know, I decided not to get it. But I did want this because I felt like these colors are extremely wearable. All very neutral. You have your mattes on this side and then you have your shimmers here. This is colors that I wear all the time, and I love these colors here because they're a little more in the cool tone kind of smoky shades, which I think are really flattering on blue or green eyes. I have green eyes. So yeah, I've played with this a little bit. All right, so I'm going to swatch the shimmers for you. Okay, this one is really pigmented. I feel like I feel like the texture of these are a little different. This is really creamy and pigmented. This one's a little bit thicky or chunkier glitter. And this one is similar to that one. So I think that these are the same formula and this might be a little bit more glittery. Yeah, they all go on pretty well though. Okay, so I'll let you see the shimmers. You can see that one that's, you can see this one here, that's the glittery one. So you see obviously a little bit chunkier glitter, but it does go on better than most like chunkier glitter shadows do. Usually I'm not a fan of really like chunky shimmer shadows like this, but this has decent color payoff for what it is. Okay, you guys, I'm wrong. So it says that there's only matte eyeshadows and shimmer eyeshadows. So I guess these three are the same formula. This one seems chunkier though. But anyway, these three are supposedly the same. It doesn't say that there's a third formula. It just says 2 formulas. So, okay, I was wrong. These are all the same formula. Very pigmented. Okay, now let's look at the matte shades. This is like the perfect brow highlight color. It's not too white. It's not too yellow. Ooh, that color is just... These are amazing. Look at that color payoff. That is amazing. So those are the matte shades right there. I really think that this palette has everything you need. Sometimes you get palettes and they don't have like a matte enough brow highlight color. They have like the lightest color they have is super shimmery, and this one has a matte and a really shimmer one, which I really like because I prefer more of a matte brow highlight. But anyway, these are great. I was so excited to get this. I'll probably get some other shades like this. I like the really warm one too, so I might look at getting that one also. Next, I stopped at the Crown brush booth, which I was so excited to see. I remember seeing this booth back at the makeup show that I went to like 10 or 12 years ago in New York. Crown Brushes is a big brush company, and they make tons and tons of brushes at really, really affordable prices. I don't want to say cheap, like they're not as cheap as like e.l.f. brushes, but they are, they have a range. They have different lines and different collections, and they range on the cheap side to the affordable side. But so I walked around that table, and I actually found several brushes that were very, very similar to favorite brushes of mine that I included in my favorite makeup brush video that I'll link down below. That were all MAC brushes. So I found some that were like almost exact dupes. So I actually gave my card to the guy working the booth and said I would love to do a dupe video, maybe like getting the brushes that are very similar to the ones that I mentioned and seeing like how close of a dupe we can find. So I might reach back out to them and see if that's something that they want to do with me, or maybe I'll just buy all the brushes. But I hate to buy brushes that I already have, so we'll see. I did buy a few brushes because they were like something that I didn't already have. So I bought this brush right here. It is the Crown Pro C528 brush. And it's like this tiny little crease brush. Look at that. It's so defined and tiny, so it's just gonna do a really great job of getting like a really defined crease and having a lot of control over where that product goes. I wanna show you how this compares to like the MAC crease brush. Look at that, look at the difference in size. So yeah, I really like that. I really like how small this is. If you have a hooded eye, this is really great because you don't have that really defined large crease. And if you have small eyes, this will be really great. So I actually picked up 2 of these because I liked it so much. I wanted to have a couple of them on hand. Then I got this brush. It's the Crown 527 brush. And this is like the 219 brush by MAC, but again, just really, really tiny. I'm gonna show you the 219 by MAC. I have a dirty one here, but this is the 219 by MAC, the larger one. And then you have this tiny one by Crown. So this is going to do a really great job for really detailed work, whether that is like really carving out that crease, or for me, I think this is going to be best for using like a smoky shadow on the bottom and smoking out my eyeliner, or smoking out my top liner if I use like a creamy kohl pencil and I want to smudge it. This will do a better job than this because it's a lot more controlled, and yeah, I can just do a lot more detailed work. So I got one of these. I wish I had gotten a couple of these. And then I got this foundation brush, which is actually pretty similar to a few other brushes that I have, but it's the C451 small round buffer brush, and it just looks like this. So it does have like a rounded edge, and it's really dense and short, so it's going to do a good job of like packing on a product, giving full coverage, and then also kind of blending out, you know, blending out any lines because it does have that little curved edge, which I really like. So I got those brushes. Then I got the RCMA powder, and I almost didn't buy this because again, I bought the other Danessa Myricks powder. I almost didn't buy this, but I think it was like $10 or $12 is what I paid for it. And I've heard so much about this product. It is so hyped up on YouTube that I just had to get it and try it. And I got this at Camera Ready Cosmetics. They had a booth there. So it is basically no color setting powder. So it's translucent powder. It just sets your makeup. I have found for me, it does give a little blurring effect and makes everything look really soft and smooth. I really like it. The only complaint that I have is how it, how you dispense it, because it comes in like this little, I mean, it almost reminds me of like a spice container, right? So what I do is I just kind of pour it on a little bit on a tissue or a washcloth, and then I'll take my brush and just kind of work it into that and then set everything. Or I'll use a damp beauty blender and set under my eyes with this. But so far, so good. I really like it. Okay, then the next is not a makeup product, but they were selling this at like one of the booths, and I was like, I have to have this. It's like a little Yeti wine glass. Isn't that cute? So yeah, it's called Swig is the name of the brand. I will see if I can find it and link it down below or find something very similar to it. But I got the rose gold. They had different colors too. And then it has this little lid too. So it just basically keeps your wine cold. If you are at the pool or you walk around outside and you have your wine glass, you know, it's nice because this is not breakable. Okay, and then these 2 other items I got at Sephora. I did get a couple of other Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows at Sephora, but they didn't have the palette. And I think if you buy 4, you get the palette as a bonus. And I was buying 4, so they instead just did an online order. So anyway, I don't have those to show you guys yet, but I got the Josie Maran Light Argan Oil. I love this. I've tried this in the past, and I've been meaning to pick up another beauty oil for a while now, so I just went ahead and got this. I got the light version just because I want to be able to wear it under the eyes. I want to be able to wear it with my makeup, and it's not, you know, it's just a little lighter weight, so it absorbs a little easier. It's not as thick, not as oily. So I've been finding I've been a little more oily in the center of my face lately, so I wanted to do the light versus the regular. But I love this product. I think it's a great product. I love her line. I think she's got really great complexion products. And then the last product that I have to show you guys, I'm so excited about. I've been using this almost every day since I got back, which is about a week, and I love it. It's the Kevyn Aucoin EC Corrector. So I got this at Sephora, and I want to say it was like peach, but it doesn't say peach anywhere on here. But I want to say at the display that I was looking at, it was the peach one. Again, the lighting in Sephora is so strange. When I bought this in Sephora, I thought it looked really peach. And then when I got home, I was like, this kind of just looks like my normal concealer. So I have been using this as my normal concealer, not as a corrector. I have it on today. I really like it. It's got really great coverage. I like the way that it sets. I like the consistency of it. It's not really dry, but it's not really, really hydrating, so it does set nicely, and I don't find that it creases on me at all. But I was really excited to try this. I want to try more Kevyn Aucoin products. And that's all I got, you guys. Let me know if you want to see a dedicated review video on the Danessa Myricks foundation and powder. I would be happy to do that. I think it'd actually be fun to kind of see how you can play with that and get different desired, you know, coverage and finish and all of that. And yeah, I think I'm going to reach back out to Crown. Maybe I'll send them this video and see what they think about possibly sending me some brushes to kind of compare to MAC brushes and show you guys what I think. So I think that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to, so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!